Right, we've got a lovely black T4 long nose in for PP1s and a map today. First thing we noticed is that the coolant temperature sensor is not reading very nicely. It's reading 65 degrees, if you can see that, when the needle is on 90. So we've been to the shops and we're going to replace that. So we always do quite a comprehensive diagnostic check before working on these. Now, and as part of that, timing is part of this. So if we switch to basic settings, the timing is, where are we? There we go, 52, box number 2, which is okay. However, if we go to TDI timing and select the engine, we get engine not warm enough, even though it is. But the timing is in the right place, but the coolant temperature sensor needs doing first before we do any tuning work whatsoever. So off I go. Well, that's the old coolant temperature sensor out, Luxembourg, and the new green one in place. So we'll top up the system with antifreeze and then we will start working on the injectors. Right, now the temperature sensor's been replaced. It was reading 63 before, but now we've got a much more healthy 80 degrees, and that's proof in the pudding that the green 4-pin sensor does the ECU. Okay, on to injectors now. Right, something's come up, and I feel it's worth mentioning that the primary reason that this vehicle's come to us is because it's smoking. Now, the gentleman did say that it had 216 injectors installed and he wasn't happy with them, or at least the smoke. And now that I've taken them out, I can see and I know exactly where they're from. And I've kept my mouth shut about this, but it's time to open my mouth. These injectors, judging by this cable here, are being sold by a company or a person on eBay. I believe they're called Delta Bus and they go by a couple of different names. And they're being sold as PP1s and PP0.5s. And this person is using my branding of my injectors to sell his injectors, which people are not happy with. Look at the tips on those nozzles. They're not too clever, to be honest. And I know for a fact that the nozzles installed in these are very cheap Chinese rubbish. So maybe I've got something, maybe I've got nothing, but smoke with bad injectors from eBay pretending to be PP1s really stands out, and it's not on, just not on. But luckily these injectors have found their way to me. I'm going to strip them down and find out exactly what's going on. Now, what we have here is a set of genuine PP1s, right? And you know that because it says PP1 on them. Nothing else will do. We're having to do this now because we're getting copycats. And you know what getting copycats means? It means we're doing something right. But it doesn't mean that the copycats are right as well. They're just copying. Let's get these injectors installed and have a smoke-free, powerful van. Oh, well, I've seen it all today. We've had to take this thing out because this is loose and I can't map it with unmetered air going into the turbo. So Jubilee clip time. Right, so the Jubilee clip, as you can see, is firmly in place. This no longer moves, it's solid. You can see I'm waggling the pipe and it's not moving. Let's put the rest of it back together. Time to start her up. There you go, straight on the button. No flashing glow plug lights. Idle is nice and stable. No leaks. Job's a good one. Now it's time to let it come up to temperature, and we will then check the timing. Right, so engine on, no fault codes. No need to clear anything if there's no fault codes. What's going on now? Measuring blocks. Let's have a look at the temperature, which is in measuring block 7. 66 degrees, so we're not really up to temperature enough for checking the timing yet. But let's have a wee look. There we are. 63. Switch the basic settings. It's touch retarded, maybe due to temperature, so we'll wait till we're up to full temp and have another look. Right, now you can see, dead on, slightly retarded, dead on, slightly retarded. It will do just nicely. Right, and now for the moment we've all been waiting for. The map. Now this little dongle is MPPS, and a proper version, which this is not particularly cheap. So to do this, we need the ignition on. Need to get rid of VCDS. We now need to find MPPS, which is here. Sorry about the reflections. Okay, so just to make sure we're reading, we're going to do ECU ID. Receiving ECU information. Information complete. We're going to write. And now we are writing the file. This gives us the ECU version, software version, and also the type of flash that's mounted on the board. Computer power, 15%. Volts received, 12.98. And progress. Done. So now we key off. Okay. Key back on. Okay. That's it. The flash has happened. Now it's time to start it up. There we go. Nice smooth idle. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely response from that throttle. Right, okay, so now that that's all done, it's time to put this vehicle back together and go and validate the map with some data logs. Okay, so the next part is data logging. Got a log set up now to log groups 3, 8 and 11, which is mass airflow, fueling and boost. And I'm going to do a third gear pull, 1100 RPM to 4000 RPM under full load in third gear. Alright, so we've done the data log with the map on, and if you can see in there, there's the actuator nipple. Just about see it. What's happened is that it's not making as much boost as we're requesting. So we're requesting 2.2 bar absolute and it's only given 1.8 bar absolute. So in order to rule out the N75, I've pulled off the N75 from the actuator and it's not much better. So I think the wastegate is a little bit tired. So I'm going to add some preload to the wastegate using the actuator rod and the adjustment nuts on the rod and these cut down spanners that allow me access. Okay, so I've added a bit of preload. You can see here mass airflow is pretty damn good, fueling's pretty damn good, and if you look over here the boost is getting better. Request is 2.2 bar, we are getting 2.2 bar at times. I'd say it needs just a little bit more adjustment to make target boost properly. So I'll do the adjustment now. Smoke test.